Hi everyone. Okay, so this is like a short little improvised video documentation of my little art exhibition, Art, Design and Aesthetics of Democratic Economic Planning. And I want to give you like some context, some input, how this exhibition came about, like the basic idea behind it, and show you like a little bit around. Yeah. So basically, let me give you like a first overview first of all. This is actually the opposite opposite direction, like chronological direction that the exhibition is ordered in. But yeah. Okay, so basically, it all began with with a publication wave of articles in like big German newspapers who aren't leftist at all about like the planning idea and who are like either even like affirmative or pretty neutral, like not just bashing the idea. And I was thinking, wow, okay, we are already at that point where we are pushing those kinds of articles into like the public discourse. I was pretty like surprised by that. And then I looked at the pictures that are associated with the articles and was wondering, okay, those pictures are a little bit lackluster, so to say, because I'm thinking, I'm convinced that the battle about like public opinion, what people think about specific ideas, etc., is going to happen on the level of associations, and images are going to play like a huge role in that. And so the question of like aesthetics, what kind of imagery do we associate with the idea of economic planning, is crucial when it comes to like political strategy. And yeah, so we need new aesthetics for the planning idea. The point is that I'm convinced we aren't so far as like to say, okay, here I offer you this new aesthetic, this is the way to go, and call it a day. I think we have to like prepare for that step. And there are a lot of questions we have to ask before we can even answer what kind of new aesthetic we want. So this was kind of like the starting point for the exhibition, because I was thinking, okay, how do you spread these kinds of questions so people start thinking about these ideas and maybe start considering them, and yeah, start some kind of discourse around that. And so that's also the main idea and purpose behind this exhibition. It's basically, it's not to say, oh, here's this new planning aesthetic that we need. This is what embodies this now in like a normative way, in like a setting forth something. It's more like a preparatory, methodological asking. Like there are three parts of the exhibition, which are, I wish I could change the cameras. This is like a little bit complicated now, but like basically in this part you have like established aesthetics of like contemporary utopianism and economic planning, and there's also like always like text commentary giving context, etc., and basically up until here the like, so to say, like cover art of the Santiago Boys podcast, and then we enter into like a middle section, which is mostly commissions or just generally like artwork by other artists whose style I really liked, and I gave them like a primer on, hey, do you want to do like art on economic planning, and kind of like condense your associations with that, and also trying to see like, okay, what do people like associate with that idea. And yeah, so that's like the middle section. And then there's like this last small section like around here. Yeah, these 4 pieces, which are mine, which are like the most experimental, which are also like the most personal. And yeah, it's like also, this is also like a very personal take and a personal like viewpoint that I take in this whole exhibition and everything. Let me get my notes again. yeah. Also, of course, I don't think that art should be reduced to like a instrument of propaganda where it's like, okay, hey, you just use it to popularize certain ideas or your cause or something. Like the most desirable relationship, of course, would be like to have some kind of like feedback loop between like art, politics, and like research, where the art that people do kind of like embodies and condenses their associations, which can maybe like inform the politics and the research. And of course, that would be like the most desirable. And yeah, uh, there's probably like a lot of stuff that I'm forgetting right now, but all of this is very improvised. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe like some of the main questions for me in this regard are just the relationship of like the personal, existential, and like the bigger political picture has always been important to me. Like it's about how can you like locate yourself in this world of forces that are vastly larger than you. Like what does it mean to be alive today, basically, which is both like this political question and like a personal existential one. And yeah, I think also this emotional aspect is incredibly important if we want to like connect the personal and the political in that regard, because of the processes of economics and the politics, those things tend to get kept by the wayside or left by the wayside, and people get disinvested from those processes, etc., etc. Let me finish up quickly. So yeah, I think as like a few final thoughts, it's I'm not interested in this topic because I like politics or economics so much. It's more about I want to live a life like to the fullest and to the most intensive. I'm sorry, and I want to figure out what this can mean today, and yeah, this is why I'm engaged in this stuff. And maybe as a last wish, how to deal with this. Of course, you can deal with this whole exhibition however you want to. I can't keep you from doing with it whatever you want to. But what I'd like to, in terms of like critique, is like if you say, okay, this doesn't click for you at all, to at least ask yourself, okay, why? Under what different conditions, what would need to be different so that it does click for you, so that it does work for you. And then you're already kind of like engaged in these questions. And then the rolling momentum has already started, and that's everything I'm asking for, basically. That's everything. That's the entire purpose of this exhibition. And yeah, enjoy. I will also do like a second video, like showing you around like a tiny bit. Yeah. Okay, so here's like a little overview over the exhibition itself. Those are 4 diagrams of prominent planning models by Raphael Arar, which are like very much influenced by the ones by Frédéric Legault and Simone Tremblay-Pépin. I pronounced it correctly. This is an isotype graph on the Soviet cotton industry from the book Two Commonwealths, the Soviets and Ourselves. And there's a lot of text commentary on orthoneurgraph, isotypes, data visualization. Yeah. This is an illustration by Ardian Venema. I'm sorry for butchering the names again. For Jan Gross's article on free plant economy in one of the issues of this year's Philosophy magazine. Yeah, this is just a picture of a server room. I think, of course there's commentary, but I will make extensive photos still and put them into the video at the end, so you can read it in detail. But yeah, I think the associations should be clear immediately. This is a screenshot from the Chobani yogurt, Solarpunk yogurt ad. here's like a text snippet from an article by Nick Charnacek on computational infrastructure and aesthetics, which is very, very relevant for everything here. Then there's the aforementioned like cover art of the Santiago Boys podcast. Here's some screenshots put together in a collage of interfaces of the Half-Earth Socialism game. And here's like a 3D architecture render of an architectural project for self-sufficient city in Cheonan, China by curated architects. Again, I'm sorry for mispronouncing any names. Yeah, this is like the, already existing kind of like planning, aesthetics, associations part. The taking stock part, so to say. Then we come to Bantham's Nightmare by Durmour, who's also a producer, does like amazing synth, eco-socialist and solar punk synthwave. And he has written a little short story around that art piece, which is very cool. Then we have Further by Miyagumi. Then we have Iridescent Memories by Choco and Kamaji. Then we have Skyward by Choco. Then we have two pieces by Poverty FL with commentary by the artist. Then we have a piece by Partial of 429 Skin with like a lot of graph, fruitige arrow, weirdcore aesthetics. Then we have a couple pieces by Julia Witte Zimmerman. Then we have a piece by Rain Mikes, who is also the designer in collaboration with me of the poster, the promo poster of the exhibition. Then we have another piece by... the title of this is Die Lange Bank, I'm sorry. And the pieces of Julia Witte Zimmerman's pieces are Failing to Plan is Planning to Fail, Proposal, and To Plan is to Protect. Then the Durmour piece, which is called High Sea Oasis Water Lily. And now we come to my section. This is a piece called Literally Me. This one is called WL, Phenomenology of Complex Systems Dynamics. This one is called Wake Up Filthy. And this one is called W. Okay, I'm gonna make some pics and put them at the end of the video so you can like look at stuff in detail and read all of the commentary and everything. But yeah, let me give you like a whole overview. Thank you for watching.